What is popping, gamers? Let me turn my fan off. I hope you're all having a good day today. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Who's ready for another Wild West Minecraft stream? I sure am. What's poppin'? So if you're new here, somehow, also let me say hi first. Hi, love my dogs. You are technically first, but Lynx beat you to the channel and point redeemed. Therefore, Lynx is first. Hi, Lynx. Hi, Siren. Hi, Ezra. Hi, Robin. Hi, Jaxper. Hi, Starry. How are you all doing today? On a scale of 1 to 7, I still love my dogs bit because I can, and also I don't have a better question for beginning a stream. So how's your day going on a scale of 1 to 7? I'll go first. It's been about like a 6. I haven't done too much. I've been writing an essay most of today and kind of thinking about, oh my god, today is going to be my final Wild West stream ever, which is crazy to think about. 5 or so, that's good. 5 had college, same here, but I had some pretty good pizza. 7 year cold but vibing. Awesome. Solid 5 choir honors performances. 4 or 5. Damn, that portal level really fucked you up, didn't it? Choir honors performances. I was in the honor band. Ugh. Scary place. But, yeah. Today it was so easy. Yeah, I'm sure it was. You, yeah. Because it's cold as fucking dropping. That's awesome, Julia. I am so sorry. It is cold as fuck right now. My state, it doesn't get that cold. In fact, the high today is like 58. It's 48 right now. And it's like December, but it just keeps going. Got an all-state for choir, and the first going to get into school in 7 years. That's awesome. That's really good. Yeah, whenever I was in band, I got in like the region band. I wasn't an all-state or anything, but I was okay. Ooh. Anywho. High of 28. That's great. I would rather it be cold. That's the thing. Where I live, it's hot all the fucking time, so I would much rather it be cold. So, what's the fucking button to clear chat? It's like, yeah, there we go, okay. Anyhow. That's awesome, dude. That is, very happy for you, very happy for you. That is it's a good day, it sounds like. Yeah, Wild West. If you're late here and you don't know what Wild West SMP is, you're late because it's the last day of it for me, at least. The server will be going on until I think the 20th, but the main story is over and people are more or less just doing their epilogues now. Speaking of epilogues, I clickbaited y'all. I don't have an epilogue yet. I can certainly tell you about it, but I do not have a cutscene or video or anything. That's going to come at a later day. I've kind of figured. Because between people being busy and sick, I haven't gotten a good chance to record it. And today's really my last day that I have to do this stream. So, hi cheese. This will be the last Wild West SMP stream. And then, maybe at a later day, you guys will get the, like, video epilogue of Josie. But just to talk about that now, while we are on the topic, her epilogue is just going to be her going off with Bird, and they go on, whatever adventures they want, build that house in a cliff that they want. They go find Oshi and reconnect with her. And just more or less live happily ever after. Of course, happily ever after not being in the, I'm gonna live on a farm for the rest of my life, but robbing banks and mugging people and like in a video game and doing all that shit that, you know, that I don't know, they'd want to, anything they want to, really. And of course, eating people. Oshi likes eating people, so, you know, we do a little bit of that. But that's more or less the epilogue. There'll be a video later, probably, with more in it and stuff, but just haven't gotten there yet, and it might be a little more down the line. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But talking about this server, this server has meant a lot to me, if that wasn't apparent. I haven't been as active on it in the past few months because, in my professional opinion, I think Josie's story ended at the end of the Nether arc. Since then, she kind of shows her character development and the way I've played her these past few months, but she's been more or less stagnant since then. I think her last main story beat was the Nether arc. But the server's meant a lot to me. It was back in it was back at the beginning of August last year. I had gotten a DM from Skull Hoodie, and he asked me, Josie, if you joined a Yeehaw Minecraft server, would you stream more? And I said yes. And so I filled out a application on the 10th of August. And I'll actually show you guys this screenshot from that. Me hashtag leaking Skull Hoodie's DMs. OMG. It's mainly me talking. This was my application. I don't know if y'all can see it very well. I hope you can. Pretty much in the part where they asked me how I would engage with the opposing factions, I just gave them more rocks and more rocks. And somehow they saw that and they went, wow, she'd be a great fit for the server. And I got in after my initial interview. And it's genuinely meant so much to me. I've said that several times, but it has. I got in at a point when on the internet I was kind of in the same spot. I wanted to meet new people and stuff, but I didn't really have that opportunity because there were no SMPs, and in this space that's kind of how you get around, I guess. And there just wasn't a lot of that. And I got into the server, and dude, plainly speaking, it changed my life in a way. Not like it changed my life, like it gave me a fucking fortune and a living, but no, it gave me friends, and it gave me more people. People who genuinely appreciate me for who I am. I had a few friends beforehand who didn't really appreciate that. TMI. I also have, not to say I don't have friends that, do appreciate me. I, of course, have friends who do appreciate me and who I've known since before the server, and they're so great people. Hashtag shout out Keenan Newt. Love that guy. But it gave me a, real sense of community being a part of this. And it feels like this project has been something that is so much bigger than I am. And it's been so fucking cool, dude. It's been awesome. I don't know how to express that enough, how cool this has been. Because there's also been this, community, you guys, who have supported this project and watched it all the way through, and it's wonderful. Genuinely. it's been amazing having this community that has watched this series and has been so engaged, and the amount of like fan art and cosplays. Dude, the first time I saw someone do a cosplay of me, I was freaking the fuck out, because that's me. What? It's crazy. And this is the first project where someone has done something like that, and it's so cool. And I feel so lucky to have been chosen to be a part of this and to have the opportunity to be a part of this. And it's crazy. And all the, like, the people who are so passionate and so talented who play on this server with me and who make content alongside me, it's an honor. I don't know how better to show my gratitude. It's been so cool. Yeah. That's that kind of like gushing out of the way, I think. I appreciate you all so much, and I appreciate this cast so much. I appreciate everyone who's worked on the project, and it's so cool. It's so cool. Anywho, I think we should play some Minecraft. Because, yeah, that's what we're here to do. That's the wrong scene. Ignore that. Cut the emotional music out real quick. I figure I will take you guys on a little journey and just give any kind of input that I see fit around here. So first day on the server, obviously everyone gets off the train car. It's backwards now because the train is now leaving, but that was the first day on the server, of course. I feel like everything looked a lot different. I think that it looked different at the beginning, but my memory fails me. Text long ass paragraph. I'm gonna miss cowboying with you so much. You're so freaking cool. I also did get the opportunity to meet the Wild West cast at VidCon, which was the first convention I've gone to like genuinely meet up with people. And like stayed with my friends. It was really cool. I remember on the first day, I think we got off the train and immediately there was a fucking sandstorm. It was crazy, and everyone had to gather under here. Also, yeah, that's right. I can do the cowboy voice I used to do. My western accent. It's more southern than anything, but that's because I'm from the south and I'm no Texan. I don't do that. It is kind of Texan. Texas is the southernmost part of the United States. Yeah, dude, there used to be so much less here. It is truly crazy to see how much we have added to this map. I have also added a bunch of waypoints of places I want to hit. Is it a hamster? I want a hamster. Yeah, I put down a bunch of places on the map of where I would want to visit. Yeah, you can DM me. Sure, go for it. It's scary. I also never freaking watch streak. Whoa. I don't stream often. They're pretty hard to catch. That's impressive. Yeah, the server's changed a lot. It's changed a lot with all the people that have played on it and all the people that have, you know, changed the world. I think everyone had their own little... What is this? Hell? Oh my god! Is map supposed to look like a brain? No, I don't think it's supposed to look like anything. I also thought it looked like a brain within the first few weeks or so. I thought it looked like a brain or like a bull, and like this little horns like charging forward. And these are its stubby little legs. I asked, and it's not supposed to look like anything. It's just supposed to look like an island, apparently. And I had no idea. Over here is hell, and I think this was when like Sensbarilla sent like me, Noki, and Love or something on a fucking journey or something. I forget. It was something like that. Something like that. It does look like rain. It does look like a brain. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what it was. Yeah. I kind of have to take a different route than I did the first day. It was somewhere out here when I had one of my first like genuine interactions with Red Bite, and I asked her, I was like, so what's the name of this island? And she said, Middle of Nowhere Island. And I was like, oh. That's a shitty name. And then it never changed. And then it never changed. And this island, still to this day, is called Middle of Nowhere Island. So, you know, I guess some things just never change. Yeah, over here's the Void Castle from a little bit further onto the server. I remember we blew the fuck up out of this, and I think crashed a few people's games because it was with a cannon, and turns out there's crash games. The stupid thing that used to be Middle of Summer Island until all cycles started. Yeah. Yeah. I never heard that. I only heard that it was Middle of Nowhere Island, Mon Island. Yeah, it was somewhere around here. I caught Red Bite, and I was like, hey, where the fuck are we? She said Middle of Nowhere Island. Well, unfortunately, Void, that's a... You know, I got jump scared whenever I met Void. Fun fact, this is a guy, Void I know IRL. Ooh, scary. I fucking meet this guy, and I go, hey, what's your name? And he goes, Void. And because we were, like, in the midst of, I think, the Void arc, or, like, nearing the end of it on Wild West, I, like, did a fucking double take. I was like, oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you. It was fucking crazy. It was really funny. Because my character is also so fucking linked with the Void. And I was like, oh. Yeah, the Void is hunting me IRL. And now it's manifested its way into being like one of my friends who I see like all the time. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. This bridge never used to be here. I think that I blew this up. I'm the reason this bridge is here. Holy shit, it's the fucking comma! Yeah, so over here, there's actually a moth in front of CB. I think it's supposed to be like a Deathwing or something. I don't know. They were explaining it to me. I didn't really get it. This used to be a bull. And that up there is what Zombie built in like the first week of the server or something. Which is crazy that it's still here. That's something that's lasted so long. And Zombie did not last. Zombie left within like I think a month or so. But yeah, I mean he built that. And also oh my god, my train car. My train car consisted of Kite, Zombie, and Jonah, and Rat. We all came in on the same train. That was my train car group, and Zombie was like this skeptic, and was like trying to fuck with people and be like, yeah, I trapped you here, it was me, haha. Rat was just like some little fucker who went, oh yeah, my name's Rat Bastard. And then I tried standing on Jonah, and then I think Kite was just kind of laughing through all of it. Yeah, this is... Dude, Copperband looks so much different. I really wish that we had a world download of the server before we, like, you know, got into it. But unfortunately we don't. I'm sure we probably have the file for, like, the blank world. But all of, like, the starting towns... I think were built by people beforehand who like played on the server for a week and built stuff to make it look lived in. So we unfortunately don't have like all the starting towns, I don't think, but we probably have somewhere the island itself, but it's probably buried far, and I don't have anywhere access to that. It's at the bulletin board. Missing sniper, can take that down now. Quest hall open, library is complete. Carpet under construction. Yeah. The first thing I did on this server, when I got here, I think, was settle in this little, canyon, I guess, little rock formation. This was, I think, my second stream I came here, and I think it was someone in chat who told me to make it the Hard Rock Cafe. But I can't exactly remember. But no, this was the Hard Rock. It still kind of looks the same that it did. This room is not the same for sure. Oh my god! Ghost sleeping bag! This is Skull Hoodie's. This is Skull Hoodie's sleeping bag. Because me and Skull Hoodie would just be on the server a lot of time fucking around. And there are like many a clip from the earlier days of the season of if there was lore going on in Copperbin, I was usually stalking it from up here. Because I didn't know how to interact with people at the beginning of the server, really. And I was still kind of being cautious. It took me like a second to get my my footing and kind of, you know, be more open with people. But I would sit here and I would kind of watch, because I think I was here when Jay first walked into town. And he was, like, he thought he was supposed to be in, oh my fucking god, Superman, fucking stupid-ass Elytra. And, he was supposed to be from Copperbend, but he got switched to Bonsai, and so he was like, wait, I'm supposed to be here, and they're like, no, you're not, fuck you. And then he left. Yeah, it was really cool, and I think I was one of his defenders at the beginning. Which is funny. Yeah, this Dark's house. I didn't interact with Dark as much as I thought. Whenever I was on my terrorist arc, I know that he DM'd me being like, hey, don't kill me and I'll like do something for you. And I was like, okay. I don't remember what he did for me. I don't think he did anything. Yeah, this is lab down there. I think that's all blown up. I don't want to go down there. Oh, well, I guess I'm going down anyway. Wow. Oh, it seems like some kind of lab. Some kind of test tubes or something. I don't know. Interesting. Get me the fuck out of here. I'm doing Endirian magic. I'm not walking my way out of here. Yeah. Oh my god, Charcoal's house. Is it a true lab? What is this, some kind of true lab or something? Charcoal's house. I think at one point we, was it me and Love? I think it was me and Amari who flooded Charcoal's house, and then they died when they logged on. Yeah. They died the next time they logged on. It was really funny. Penis. Good heavens. Okay, well. Interesting there. It was over here. There used to be a building, I think, right here. It was just another one like the dilapidated shacks that were in Copperbin for the longest time. But it was where one of the first, like, X crystals appeared. Like the Armor's Workshop X crystals. And I went up to it and I looked at it, and it was supposed to be this thing that we were kind of uneasy about. Like, everyone had a different reaction to it. Or I think that's like, I can't remember if it was everyone was supposed to have a different reaction to it. I just knew it hurt Redbite, and so it was a bad thing. I think we were told it's like an unknown crystal, and so in like old Southern speak, I'm gonna get actually I have a freaking button for this. Where's an Armor's Workshop computer? What's the armor? Guys, ignore this. It's fine. It's fine. I'm normal. I'm trying to get this. Do I have like the I don't know how to look at like the server files. Here we go. Do we have X in here? I don't think we have X in here. I think we have to like grab it from somewhere. Okay, well, no X then. We'll just put some emeralds down for example. Only in the AW area, okay. But yeah, there was this fucking, there was like an X crystal cluster. I was looking at it like this, and I said, I don't like how it's looking at me. Cause like, you know, that's what old Southern people do. And as it turns out, that's what made me Endirian. Guys, I had no real intention to make Josie Endirian at the start of the server. There was no intention whatsoever. But you know, it just happened. Later on, I think, I was talking to, like, there used to be a writing team and everything. I was talking to them, I was like, hey, I want to somehow incorporate, like, blah, blah, blah. And the conversation got kind of sidetracked, I think. And they ended up being like, hey, what if you were Endirian? I was like, what? Like, what if you were Endirian? Because the effects that you said the X has had on you is that you don't like how it's looking at you. And I was like, oh my god. You know what? Sure, why not? And then I started rolling with the Endirian thing so much more. And I think it was supposed to be that... Oh, there's an X crystal. Not supposed to be there, but there's an X crystal. I think that's a Tism crystal. No, it's not. I think it was supposed to be that if you held X in your inventory when you went to sleep, it would kind of fuse with you since it was always growing. And then that's how you become more of like an X person. And so I slept with X on me one time, and then that's when I started like not liking eye contact with people. And that's like where it started. I just started not liking eye contact with people because I got like connected with my Endirian roots. And then we kind of just wrote it from there. There used to be a wiki team, alright? It was me and Love My Dogs, really. And we would, like, I would have days where I would be playing web fishing, and I would be watching streams. And so I was one day watching a Draxis stream, and I was like getting a lore summary down for that. And it was a stream where he started having like purple stars in the like sides of his vision. And I was like, okay, so he's totally in the Ender Dragon, right? Because he's getting purple stars in his vision. He's a dragon. He's probably going to be the Ender Dragon. So I DM'd him about it. And with the writing team's help, we got like a, we got it set down that we were like part of a hive mind. We were connected in some way. And because whenever he would look at Mickey, he would see more of those purple stars. And then when he would look at me, he would see more of those purple stars. And then we had, so whenever we all did with each other, we'd see purple stars. And then that's kind of the formation of the end gang. Doc's house. This used to be Doc's house. I think it was like the church or something, but it was Doc's house. It's where he lived. He looks so much different. He's like so much. This place has been like abandoned forever, you can tell. I think at a certain point, Jim and I lived here. You can kind of tell by the crafting tables. An interesting place. Yeah, back here is all. I think this was here, maybe. I don't know. Oh, that's a light. That's an important light. You shouldn't get out. I think. Yeah, all this wasn't here when the server started, but this is Maloka's home. I never interacted with Maloka a lot. I don't know. I don't think I interacted with a lot of like the newer people too much. I interacted with Rich a pretty good bit. I interacted with let's see. I interacted with Volk a ton with Gemini. We had a whole rivalry the entire server. I interacted with Hey a lot. I'm gonna say all the people that were added to the server were amazing additions. They did exactly what they were supposed to, and that's like shake up what was going on. they were all so wonderful and so wonderful to play video games with and roleplay Minecraft. I truly enjoyed it. Mish. Dude, I had it out for Mish. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. Because Mish, I think, at some point was laying traps everywhere. And so I almost killed her at some point, but unfortunately, I just missed. Oh my god. Yeah, at some point in the server, we started, well, not me, but other people started fucking, I remember me, yep, I did that. I cornered Mish. Me and Oshi did. And then they got away. It was really unfortunate. Yeah, Mish was great as well. I love Mish. I think we need to play Deltarune with Mish soon. It's like here or something. It's like around here somewhere. I forget exactly where though. I know there's a fucking tomb around here. I want to look at it. I can hear it. It's in the dirt? Okay. I just missed it. Dude, where in the dirt? Further? Oh my god. Wow, it really was. Yeah, here lies Mish. Unfortunate what happened. Yeah, and I also robbed the shit out of them. And took all their stuff, and I think I still have it now. Because, people just gave me back the armor they used during the fight. You're Mima. Mima's dead. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we cornered Mish, and we almost got them, but they got away. And I think they were killed by Hexel that same day. So it ended up, you know, working out. I'm talking a lot. I'm thirsty. Yeah. This is just more a cave. I don't think I'm gonna go back further. Yeah, Mish was really fun. I love Mish. But yeah, talking back about people who, I think I might, the way I'm gonna structure this, I'm gonna talk about people as I go through their builds and stuff. I think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, finishing what I was saying earlier, the people who were added to the server are all wonderful. They were all amazing additions, and they all contributed genuinely so much to the story. And were so fun to play with. It was awesome. We're gonna switch to music too. We've been listening to this for a minute. Change to feisty. Up this way, I think is oh, you know what? No, hang on. Before I talk about Noki, I have to talk about her counterpart. Before I skip over her, who I think lived down here. Yeah, it was down here. Loppy. Loppy, genuinely, so cool. Yeah, she lived back here. I remember it. She was one of the first people on the server, I think, to have gotten a bounty on her head. And, she came by my cafe over there and started insulting my prices. And so, I came over here and I told her I should take that bounty that's on your head. Mind you, I was not streaming or recording. I think I thought she was streaming or something. And whenever I was threatening her, I was doing it in chat. And I think that it was Hexel who DM'd me saying, hey, I'll pay you extra if you can kill her. And so that's when I like I drew my weapon and I tried to go kill her. And I got a few hits in. This is the first day I'm on the server, I think, or like the second day or something. And I think she'd been on longer than I had. And so she was like kitted out. She was fully kitted out. And obviously I did not win that fight. Like she like came back and she fucking splashed strength potions on her and I went, fuck! And I started running. And I couldn't get away. And that's how I lost my first life. I think I died like right over there in front of Oshi's house. But yeah, no. Loppy was really cool. I think we mainly had that one interaction. But I DM'd her afterwards going, that was fucking awesome. And it was really cool. It was really fun getting to be killed by her. That was really cool. But yeah. Love Loppy, heart smile. I wish that she was alive. Fun fact, guys, I'm about to drop something. It's in the roll credits that I probably need to play at the end of this. But guys, the Dark Passenger, or whatever their name is, it was Loppy. That's right. I said it. I don't know. I think some people knew that already. I don't know. Noki. Noki is it was so much fun getting to play with her. Yeah, I think this is her tower. What is this? Jay's letter. Noki was a lot of fun to play with. We had a lot of lore together. She's the one who took my second canon life on the server, thus, you know, killing me for the first time, like, fully. I was the second person to die fully. Moki was the first. The amount of people have gotten confused whenever I'm trying to talk about Noki or Moki and they don't know either of them. They're like, who the fuck are you talking about? The other one. Yeah. Noki was genuinely such a great person to meet and was a lot of fun to play Minecraft with. We really, our characters became a lot closer in her. I don't think I was the first one to lose a life. It was Moki. Hexel was the first one to fully die. I was the second because the reason why I wanted to die a second time was because of I had a trip. It was Thanksgiving, and I was about to go on Thanksgiving break, and I was going to be in Texas for a whole week. And so I didn't have time to play on the server, and I didn't want to come up with a reason for Josie to be gone. And so I asked Noki, I was like, hey, do you want to kill me? And she was like, okay. And so, yeah, I ended up dying. And that way out there. I liked my death. Because Josie already had beef with Noki because she had beef with Loppy. Because she knew Loppy had killed her, and she was scared of Loppy, and she knew Noki and Loppy ran together a lot of time. And so she was also scared of Noki. And in fact, I think whenever she was talking to Jonah one time, she had said, yeah, I'm really scared of Loppy, or Noki and Loppy. Just keep your head down. Whenever Noki passed by. Because she was scared. I think that was another thing that contributed to Josie being Endirian, is because she said, don't look at her in the eyes whenever Noki passed by. That was just kind of don't make eye contact, don't, reveal yourself to her. But it also got interpreted as, Endirian, don't make eye contact, don't be hostile. Let me see. I have some art that Jude made of Josie, because I also have a lot to say about Jonah, but let me find it. It's somewhere in here. I have a big ass art folder, and if I haven't saved this art, I'm gonna lose my shit, because I will go find it. I will absolutely go find it. I don't think I have it saved. Hang on, that's something I need to fix. I had it saved somewhere at some point, but apparently I don't have it anymore. So do I really not have it saved anywhere? I don't believe that. Because I know I've shown it to people. Okay, well, I guess I go back through and I find it. Give me a second, guys. What did I do? What? Whoa, I started recording. Whoa, stop that. Can I get a from going? I hate hate how Discord works sometimes. It just kind of hates me low-key, but I'm going to find this. Yeah, but pretty much, Josie hated Noki at the beginning. And then she ended up having a whole, like, I'll find it later. I can't find it. Discord's being weird. She ended up having, like, a fucking, like, enemies to lovers thing kind of with Noki, but it was just in her second life. Because she did have a huge crush on Noki at some point. But that ended up kind of, not working, I think, after some point. Because there was a plot line that we wanted to do, which it was gonna be really cool. It was pretty much Noki had her Void X gun, and she was going to shoot Josie with it. Can I get this off my screen? Hello? Sargi. Hello, Lunaquake. Awesome! Thank you! Thank you, Jaxper! Thank you! Thank you! Jaxper provided me with it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. This was the art that Jude made, I think, during that conversation. This is wonderful. Pretty much this is like when she was talking to Jonah, after she lost her first life, and after they had passed by Noki. And she's saying, I feel fragile because I know I'm on my last life. And her entire arc and, like, her first life was that she didn't want to die. She didn't want to see what was next. And she was just scared. And I think a part of me didn't know where to go with that. And so that's why I had her die. It's because I didn't know where to go with that. But no, that is such a cool fucking piece of art. And I also like the take on on Josie, because I think this is when I didn't have the cloak on me. Because you'll see like her pants have like the fire and set and stuff, and I think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool design for her, because originally she like, see how it kind of like goes down there with just the Minecraft skin. This Minecraft skin is also wonderful, by the way. It was made by Milky's, who sometimes shows up in chat. And if you check my card and go through the credits part, you'll find Milky's on there. Awesome making skins. I love them. It's awesome. Noki. Yeah. I miss her. I miss Noki. I miss doing lore with her. Genuinely, some of like the best times I had doing lore were with Noki, because we had so many things. We had like the BPAC sleepover and stuff. We had all of BPAC lore. I cherish and I miss so much. I hold it so dear and so near. It was all really cool stuff. Like, I think the BPAC sleepover stream has gotta be one of my BPAC sleepover, my beloved, gotta be one of my favorite streams ever. Because it started with this, like, 20-minute long recap that Noki made. And then it, like, she edited the whole thing herself. Might I add, she is so good at fucking cutscenes, dude. If you go through probably the canon content or, like, whatever section of the Discord, you will find, like, and, like, filter to her and find her cutscenes. Dude, so good. So fucking good. Genuinely. Because she would also use, like, Minecraft, like, Minimator or something, and, like, have her character be animated, and, like, it was so cool. She's so talented, and it's so fucking cool. Yeah, big shout out. But yeah, I miss her. I miss her in Minecraft lore. That was cool. Down here, I wonder if this is still here. I'm gonna, like, fucking die doing this, but it's fine. I don't have the microphone plate. This was the hidden Copperbin farm. I wonder if it's still intact. Yeah, look. This was the hidden Copperbin farm because we kept on getting our crops fucked up top. and so we had a hidden farm underground. I think I worked on a little bit of it. I built like these two, like 3 sectors of it. But we had this, we could grow crops. Cause we kept fucking losing them. Yeah, that's some neat little lore there if you didn't know. Up I go. Talking now about Jonah. Jonah lived here. Jude was great to play on the server. I wish that they didn't, you know, become part of the in-between or get lost in it or whatever happened in there. You're part of the heist that made this farm happen. Yeah. Dude, so much shit I think was instigated by Red and Sen. I think that I think at some point I was told to do something that was evil. And sure did. Jonah was really cool. Jonah and Josie had like a net positive relationship throughout the server. Except it's kind of tragic because when Josie died, she completely forgot about who Jonah was and honestly didn't interact with him that much after that. Which is unfortunate because they were so niceies. They were so great. Because I mean, like, especially with that first we had teeth. I forgot that teeth were being left everywhere. Especially at like the game server and like with that conversation I just talked about, they were really good friends. Yeah. I think it was also Jonah who hosted the Halloween Bash, which is really cool. Yeah, Jude's such a positive person. I love Jude. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Big fan, honestly. Up here is Crypt's house. Hold on, this is Jonah's actual house, I think. No. Back here, one time we had it was me and Jonah. We had a confrontation with Loppy. Because, again, this is the same day where we're, like, being super fucking scared. Like, all this happened in one day, I think. We were, like, scared shitless of Loppy as usual. I think she was, like, glowing for a second or something. I can't remember. But I think it's down here. Like, God, where is it? Where is it? Somewhere in here, there is a spawner that Loppy claimed as her own. Yep, here it is. Spawned by Lopez. This was Loppy's spawner. And we came down here, we talked to Loppy, like, hey, not a fan of how you're, like, you know, pretty much, like, using a spawner that's in Jonah's back door. And she was like, what are you gonna do about it, or something? I can't remember. It was cool. But no, this was, like, a spawner down here that Loppy owned. We couldn't make farms or anything, so we couldn't really automate that to make a farm, so we just had to go down there and beat the shit out of it. That was a rule on the server. No farms. And so I remember when I was going through my, like, sand arc and digging, like, shitloads of sand, I had this shovel and I got down, like, super low durability. And then it was super close to breaking. And I went down there and I just farmed for, like, an hour on stream, and I just made it a just chatting stream. Which I don't often like doing, and now I know there's better ways to refill my durability, which is literally just going outside. Be so for real, spawners are not the meta on the server. It's just walking outside and, like, fucking killing shit. Because there's so many dark areas, and it's such a flat area, it's really not hard to miss the mobs. God, there's so much that happened in this saloon. There's so much that happened in this saloon. There were several meetings that took place here. I think it was mainly Oshi who had a lot of meetings here. Crazy enough. Guys, I could have so easily renamed that to grilled cheese and would have been so believable. We didn't have the, like, Farmer's Delight extensions or add-ons whenever we started the server. I don't think we had Farmer's Delight when we started the server, in fact. That was added to give Bonsai more of an edge, and let them, you know, do like, we didn't, yeah. Let them have more of an economy, because Bonsai was like one of the worst for economy. Yep, after the update. I remember over here one time, I think it was Spur and Jack Spur were building this, and I started making fun of them. Losers. Yeah, let's see. Oh, Crypt and Charcoal. They live up here. This is Spur's fucking little shack. Crypt and Charcoal. They were also wonderful to play with. I didn't interact with Crypt as much, but Moody as a person is wonderful. I love Moody. Let me get... Can I get, like, some creepy music going? Can I get some creepy music going? Because that's their theme to me. Yeah. That is not what I clicked. That's not what I clicked. Yeah. Charcoal and Crypt were, you know, the two Void guys. The start of the server. Along with Noki. Noki was also Void. They were all doing lore and stuff. I think it's somewhere down here. If you go like really far down, you have their like fucking prison. I think I actually mined into it one time. Not prison, but it's like just a house, or like I think it's all the way down here. They were trying to break bedrock. Yeah, it's down here. And I've had so many good lore moments with them. Keko, Charcoal, really good at freaking me the fuck out. Like, constantly. Because, you know, the Void is the antithesis to the End. Because we have so much, like, Void and End lore that we had planned and stuff, and there was this constant tension between the two, which is also what's so funny about Josie having a crush on Noki. Because I think it's that the Void always overpowered the End, but it required the End to stay alive, as the End required the Void to stay alive. Like, they both require each other, but they also both hate each other, and the Void is just so much more powerful, and it's, you know, that's just a whole thing. Who the fuck? Ted? Yeah. And it was really cool. But yeah, I mean, dude, fucking Charcoal, always so good at being fucking evil, dude. It was really cool. Yeah. I, like, during the entire Void arc and stuff, when Keko would join our VCs and just be, like, this omnipotent presence and then, like, do shit to us, that was so fucking cool, dude. And they played a really good fucking character. It was awesome. Props to Keko, props to Crypt, props to Noki. They all did wonderful jobs. It was so freaking cool. I actually think outside of here, if I'm not mistaken, here I'll run a bit. I'll stop walking so I can get to where I'm going. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Keko's also just such a lovely person in general. Keko's so fun to talk to. And I also, fun fact about Crypt and Moody in general, the other day, for the finale, you saw the AX Crypt. I was the one who kitted them out. I was the one who kitted them out, and I am like the current PvP expert on the server. And so I kind of... Also, this server got me back into PvP. I sucked at Minecraft PvP for the longest time. This server got me back into it and got me to kind of like figure it out again, and now I'm okay. Now I'm decent at it. I think it's, yeah, it's back here. It's surrounded in bedrock? Dude, what? Oh, there we go. Okay. Man, fuck out the way. Can I just teleport through this? Ooh! No. Let me in. I want to see the prison. Man, fuck this. Yeah, this was a high security prison. What the fuck happened here? Oh, that's the wrong button. This is where Sniper was kept. And I went creative, whoopsies. This is where one of the Noki cutscenes. Who's in here last? I don't know. It might have been CN. It is so pretty. It might have been CN, honestly, given that it's so nice. Transmoth. They had checkers and Jess in here. Yeah, I think that it was CN who was kept in here last. But this is where the cutscene happened with Sniper and Noki, and that's one of my favorite cutscenes on this server. It's so fucking cool. Like all the shots and everything are really good. I will stand by it and say that Noki made the best cutscenes on the server. They were freaking awesome. Replace that. Not the door though. That's fine. Yeah, moving right along though. Who else is in Copperbend? Who else is in Copperbend? There was Dio, who I never met. I think he logged on the server once. That's about it. I know I'm missing Oshi, but I'm gonna talk about her in a second. Artisan! Artisan's horse dealership. I think I might have stolen grilled cheese out of here. All the horses in here are named now, because they are, like, retired horses. I think this is they're trying to escape, I think. I think this is, like, the retired horse stable now. But I think I stole grilled cheese out of here. And then just said he was mine. I never paid for it. I didn't pay for the horse. Yeah, this place is really cool. I also think is Mercedes-Benz still in here? Because that was Oshi's horse for a while. Sundancer, Checkmate, Brilliance. Ford F-150. This was also my horse. I took a Ford F-150 at some point. Hexel. Yeah, I think Ford F-150 I had working for me at some point, but I retired him. I think he got taken at some point and put back in there. Over here we were supposed to build a fucking theater. Me and Love were supposed to, but we never got around to it, and there was a elevator put on it. So yeah. Moving up here though, we have got Draxus. Ooh. Why does this guy look so fucking high, dude? I blew up this guy's house once. I think it's actually still blown up since I did it. Mercedes-Benz Deltarune reference. My name is Rouse. I drive a Mercedes-Benz. My name is Mercedes-Benz. I'm a ba. Yeah, I love Deltarune, guys. Yeah. Up here is Draxus's house. I blew it up. That's my bad. Not really my bad. I meant to do it. Yeah. I remember me and Mickey at some point when Draxus was out of town. We turned his house. Yeah, we turned his house into an Airbnb because of course we did. I think this is the bedroom and this is the bathroom. I blew up both of them. Of course I blew up the bathroom. Why not? He had a long ass hallway that way. There's an escape route or something, which is crazy because he's so big. It's also really funny looking at old screenshots of the server when we didn't have like the height differences, because they all just look like, you know, we all look the same height, which, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm partial to, but also the height differences do get pretty funny. But I am partial to like just regular Minecraft heights. Yeah. Drax's house. Big fan. I never knew I would have so much lore with Gigabraxis. And also Gigabraxis is such a fun guy to do lore with and such a fun guy to hang out with. I will just call him randomly and start like talking about, like, I've taught him Minecraft PvP before, or at least I tried to. I don't know how well it went, but you know, I tried teaching him. Don't know how it went. If we go a little bit higher up, up here is where I killed him. That entire stream, like the final Nether stream, actually the two main Nether streams, in my opinion, were like fully scripted. Not fully, like we had plot points more so, which I would consider to be more scripted than like what we usually do. Up here's where I killed Draxus. The plan for that stream was just like I think it was that I would just go around blowing up shit, and then I would meet with Draxus somewhere and end up killing him. And then I would have a moment of realization, and then I would kick the bucket to make balance, because that's what the end is all about. All of the different dimensions have like different kind of goals, I guess, different virtues. Like the Nether, I think, is destruction. The end is balance. The overworld or Pandora is creation. So to bring balance and, like, you know, Enderian nature, all that stuff, I blew myself up. And that was the end of her story. And then also with the Josie signing the Nether contract, Bite just came to me one day and was like, "Hey, do you want like power or something?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." And so I signed a contract, and he was like, "You got to give something like big in return." I was like, "Fuck, I wouldn't kill Oshi. I'm not killing her kid. What the fuck do I do?" And then I realized, oh my god, Amari is part of BPAC. And so I DM'd Love, and I went, "Hey, do you want to die?" And Love went, "Oh, okay." And so then I killed Amari that day. Hi, Sin. I'm currently doing a little walk around Wild West, where I'm talking about all my behind the scenes stuff. I'm trying to do this fucking archery thing. How are you supposed to know if you hit that one? Is that one low? Yeah, that's okay. I hit that one. Awesome. Yeah. Bite came to me and was like, "Hey, what do you want power or something?" I was like, "Okay, cool." And so he was like, "All right, you're gonna sign a contract with Nether. You need to give something big." And I realized, oh my god, Amari, because I couldn't kill Oshie, I couldn't kill her kid, I didn't have any like material worth that was good enough for a Nether contract, and so we figured it'd be powerful for me to kill Amari, who was like my best friend at the time. And so we did just that. We killed Amari. What's the Hyacinths and treats? I miss you. You should be real. Yeah, that's how that went. And then that entire stream, I was supposed to find the Hell Shop over here, and then afterwards kill Amari. And so we tried to do it in a way where no one would find out, but given the mechanics of the world, it's pretty easy to tell something that come here now. That is so true. That is so true. The company always comes first. It's always you can always tell, given the world lore, that like who killed who. And we tried hard to like kind of make it not that, but it's obvious. Like we had the nomad tag, so that we tried using that, didn't really work, because I mean the only other person online was me. That wasn't accounted for. Really difficult. Over here, the very first festival was this one. And I remember I won this game, and me winning this let me win an Olay, before they were so common. And I had Cinder, was my first Olay in my first life, and I kind of had her to be like Josie's kind of like stability rock for a little bit. Because I've never seen the Olays as children for Josie personally. I know many other people do see the Olays as children. I see them as more of like companions. Not pets per se, but like companions. Because because I just don't think Josie's ready for children, TBH. But this was the game. You would have to like run through here and grab as many resources as you could with like different colors, and then you had to build a theme. Like I think one was Red Bite, one was something else, and then one was Bandit, the final one. I think this was mine. Awesome's friends, yeah. Yeah, friends, companions, that's kind of how Josie saw them. This one I built and it won. This guy's eyes are sticking out of their head. Or I think that's what's happening. Yeah, hey, look at my rats. Yeah, my fucking critters, dude. Because that's how I see them. Like, I never saw them as children. Screens of Red Bite ones? Yes, I remember you showed me, because we were going through the screenshots the other day. Yeah, the Red Bite ones. I can't remember what the other one was. There were 3 though, I think. You saw B Diamond? Really? Damn. Well, rich. Get rich quick scheme. Yeah, I remember, I think that someone was building out of chipped netherite. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? And so I grabbed one and I was like, you can't, they were like, you can't use that. I'm like, yeah, I can. I'm like, no, it's chipped. And then I just turned it back in. I just turned it back into like regular netherite blocks and said, okay, fuck you. And I just took my netherite block. Because it was just sitting there, just sitting out. God, what's over here? I remember over here, I think, is the community mine. Oh, archive. Future Carpent Archive. Did it ever get finished? Oh, it did. Yeah, this used to be a mine, I think, and I think that Gemini trapped it with Mish at some point or something. Either Gemini trapped it with Mish, or Gemini was, like, compelled by the Void to trap it. I don't know which one. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, it was Mish? Okay. I don't know what house that is. I feel like that house was moved from over there to over here. It looks like the same house. They made the town hall there. But also, next person I'm going to talk about, Oshi. Ugh. That's my C-star. That's my C-star. I think it was like right around here or something. Like it was kind of in front of her house. Was the first time we interacted. It might have even been in her house. Because I came in here looking for coal. And so I was stealing her coal. And she caught me and she went, what the hell are you doing? And then we, you know, did our cowboy roleplay. And then later on, I think it was during the construction of Haven, she DM'd me and be like, hey, do you want to be like sisters on Wild West? And my first question was, that doesn't work biologically because I'm endearing. She said, no, like chosen family. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, sure. And then our characters were sisters for like the rest of the time. And that was such a big thing for my character. And I think her character too. Like that like altered the story permanently. And it was sometime after that, I know she said she wanted to like have a secret bandit hideaway, like a, you know, like an evildoer hideaway. And I thought it'd be something on like the far side of the map in like a little cave somewhere. But no, she picked over here for Haven, which was the evil person place. Dude, I miss Oshi so much too, but luckily I talk to her all the time because, fun fact, Oshi is one of the people I knew before this server. If you are a longtime viewer of Oshi's, probably not me, I don't think I have a lot of longtime viewers, then you will know that we were in HMP and Spiritcraft and like Cobblemon together. And that's kind of where we met. And we talked a lot then, and we still do talk. So it was genuinely a surprise when I joined the server, and I saw Oshi here. But it was really great, because I got to have, like, so much fun more with her and stuff. I knew a few people, I think. I knew Skull Hoodie, because Skull Hoodie got me in the server. I know, you know this. I know you know this, sorry. You fucking been here, I remember you. Yeah, it's really cool. We always shudder when we talk about HMP because that's such a place. This is where we cornered Mish. We were talking about this earlier. We cornered Mish here, and then they got away. But no, me and Oshi, we built Haven. There isn't much left to show for it, but I can walk around the remnants and talk about what used to be. It's even got cobwebs around it now. I don't know who did that, but there's cobwebs. God, I spent so much time building this town. It was so fun. I spent so much time with that fucking pond. There's screenshots of me in the pond, which is so crazy, because I built the pond and I'm also now allergic to water. So, crazy how that happens. But, yeah, no, we spent a lot of time in this town. It's really cool. Here's where the tavern used to be. Down here's the casino. And so much happened here. So much happened here. I have so many fucking memories with this town. It's so cool. And we want to be so big, and there... Oh my god, is this CW's fucking... Yeah, this is one of CW's rat tunnels, I think. Because during the Independence Day, I think... Yeah, the grand opening, the Independence Day, CW popped out of the fucking ground. And was like, hey guys, what's up? What the fuck, CW? I think that was the last time he was ever seen. Yeah, and we sold houses to people and stuff. And that Independence Day was awesome. It was also when Oshi got outed as a cannibal. Ness had a central part in that. I think, or since Barilla, I think it was. Not Ness yet. Kind of like awakened the cannibal. And she started cannibalizing people. This is the mini Hard Rock Cafe in Haven. Above it is my house. We did not need to pay our taxes. Yes, tell me. Tell me about the VC. Down here's my basement. I also had my landing on water. Mickey, actually, the reason why I made this, like, water landing is because Mickey, off stream, one day, died due to fall damage. And I saw him running through the desert. I was like, hey, do you need help? He was like, yeah, I just lost my stuff. And I was like, okay, where is it? He said, oh, it's this way. And we're running, and we're getting closer and closer to Haven. I'm like, oh my god, did he die in Haven? And then he walks into my house, goes back here, which, mind you, used to be hidden, and then fucking, like, said, yeah, I just fell down this hole here. I'm like, Mickey, you're in my house. He was like, what? And it was one of the funniest fucking interactions I've ever had. There we go, thank you. Flames fingers I had. Down here was like an X growth that was popping up below my my little landing area, and I found that one stream and I freaked the fuck out. And there's like a VOD of it somewhere. This is my storage room. I want to just steal from you and stick your basement. Essentially, in doing it, I walked right in and what? Oh my fucking god, dude! I'm pretty sure I thought it was Gemini who did that. I'm pretty sure I remember that because there's still sticks here. There's still fucking sticks here, and I think I thought it was Gemini. Yeah, there's all these fucking tisms that Skull put everywhere. Shockingly enough, these blocks didn't cause Armor's Workshop lag. Actually, I'm kind of chugging a little bit as I say that. Sand Vault. God, dude. The fucking Sand Vault. This bit's fucking crazy. Okay, Bison, have a good time serving the company. Go, don't die. I wish you so much luck. The Sand Vault. The Sand Vault. Dude. This shit, okay, it started because I think it was Byte who put in like the Discord server, like, you know it's illegal to rob sand, right? Like have you ever heard of the Sand Mafia? And I went, what? And I looked up who the Sand Mafia was, because I didn't know who the fuck they were. And it's just like people who steal sand. I was like, what the fuck? This is so funny. I need to do this. And so immediately, on a whim, I logged onto the server, went live, and did the fucking Sand Vault bit. And then Sand God became a thing because I think Bite as Sand God spawned a wither called Sand Minion to help me like dig more sand. And it was so fucking funny. It just became a bit. It just became a bit that in every cycle, Josie did like fucking like had a sand vault or something. Or like in most cycles at least. And it's an integral part of Wild West lore now because I made the fucking like this whole thing, this sand temple, that was crazy. We'll talk about that later once I get over there. But right now where we're at is Noki's little house over here. This was kind of the start of the BPAC in here. This was the BPAC hideout. Which I think is really neat. Yeah, it's blown up now, obviously. We blew up everything. But this is a BPAC hideout. I remember she had a bunch of cats in here with several I-related names. Which I think it's so funny because BPAC stands for, like, the Beholders. And so we were, like, watching, because that's what Beholders do, they watch. And so we would watch everything, and then we would, like, swoop in if something was wrong. Like how we did with the, Independence Day thing. Or not Independence Day, the fucking, like, Jay proclaiming himself as sheriff of the island and whatnot. Which isn't actually what happened, obviously. We all took it out as so much fucking context, but that was the fun of it. Magnus Archives reference? Perchance. I'm sure Love thinks so. Love, this is a Magnus Archives reference. But yeah, BPAC, BPAC was great. I miss BPAC so much. They were little guys, and there's also a lot of really good art. Or not, is there a lot? There's some really good art of BPAC. And BPAC Sleepover, which I'll talk about more later. Yeah, over here is Drax's and Artisan's house, and then Oshi's house. I think the casino's right under it. We fucking ragged on Jaxper so much for this. Just constantly, dude. Just constantly. We would fucking get on him for blowing up a child's room. And it's still so funny to me. Is my chat behind? No, it's not. It's just always a little bit behind for me specifically. Like we would constantly. Why did I have a ping? Interesting. Okay, I'll worry about that later. I feel like such an ass. Yeah, you blew up a fucking kid's bedroom with animals in it. I can't believe you. That was so crazy. But yeah, no, it's like right back this way that that Oshi escaped at least. I remember this entire day. Like we left it. Like no matter what we left, we even moved back into Haven. So we left it. Actually, I don't think we did move back into Haven after we got exiled. I think we just kind of like whatever. We kept moving. Throughout place to place until we ended up in Bonsai, and we stayed in Bonsai for the rest of the time. Yeah. If we go over here, yeah, I should have gone over here whenever I was talking about it, but or not talking about it when I was over here. Down this way is the prison. That's not supposed to be there. Whatever, I don't care. Over here is the prison. This was during Josie's own personal kind of like, fuck you, I'm gonna do whatever I want arc, because in her second life, she, like, that was her thing. She was like, fuck you, I do what I want, because it doesn't matter, we're just gonna come back anyway. She was doing whatever she wanted. She had killed Gemini at some point, I think, and she got put in prison for it. And it's funny, because the same day she got put in prison, she got outed for Oshi got outed for being a cannibal. I remember it was after I think a shift at Starbucks, because I worked at Starbucks during all this, which is even funnier that I made a cafe my job. Just couldn't escape work. I just finished a shift at Starbucks, and I was getting ready to head home. Well, actually, I was heading home. I was pulling in the driveway, and I get a DM from Oshi saying, "Come on, it's go time. It's go time. We gotta go." I was like, "What do you mean?" She said, "You're free. We're going. They found out." And I went, "Oh my fucking god." And so I, like, speed up through my driveway, park my car, get out, run upstairs, and I got on my computer just in time to get out of there before people showed up, I think. And I got out. And then we started our fucking, you know, whatever, our on the run arc. And that was so much fun. Genuinely, some of the most fun I've had on WW was also that stream. It is titled Josie, Oshi, and Bucky Go to Tahiti. That was such a good one. We, completely impromptu. That's one of the best parts of the server, is when I had an impromptu stream. I think that's some of my favorites. I was just like, I gotta stream this. Cause like me and Oshi were hiding, and I went, should I go live? And she was like, yeah, why not? And so I went live, and everyone's hunting for us. And this was whenever like the mini-map still had markers on it. And so we were like crouching the entire time. We had to actually be stealthy. And there was a point when I meant to kill Mish, but I accidentally killed Hexel. Which is really funny because I genuinely thought it was Mish. And if you watch it from my perspective, there is zero way I could have known that it was Hexel. It was crazy. But yeah, I'll talk about more about that stream in a second. Over here is where I died, like, fully for the first time. Oh god, what's the track? I don't know. It was some phobia track. I'll just play Here We Are. This is where I died for the first time. This is where the first sand pit was dug. This is where the whole sand vault bit comes from. I dug this hole in one stream with the help of a wither. And I was showing it to Noki. This is where we planned it would happen. And I was like, while I'm talking, while I'm rambling, you can kind of like lock the fuck in and then kill me. And so right back here is still like, I think some of my stuff that I had on me, question mark, or like, oh my fucking god, this place is a oh, it's a dripstone cave, that's why. That's where I died. And I think there was just an ender pearl in here before, because that's supposed to be what Josie left. Thanks God. AKA Jaxper, I think, probably, if I had to guess. Yeah, and that's where I died. With that, I'm gonna really quickly just hit you with a, oh, which one is it? Here it is. Whoa, new PNG tuber. Her new design. She got her new design, which is so cutie, and I love it so much. At this point, I had dropped the cape and just kept it to the hat and a bow for most of the time. Though, after a point, I even dropped the hat and switched to just like a bow. I don't think I actually have the skin for it. I've got this one. It's good enough. I think, actually, this PNG came after I had gotten my powers and stuff. So, for the first part, I didn't have any of this purple shit on me. But I did have the hat and everything. I'll take off the hat for now just to keep it canon. But this hat specifically had a bow on the back of it, because like I want to change my character a bit, but I don't know what to do. And so yeah. But it was once we got to New Haven, or New Haven, is when this happened. Yeah, I think she had a smaller bow, if I'm not mistaken. Over here is like some spur lore, I think that happened, but this entire village is like rigged with bombs, so I don't want to walk through it. Let's see. But yeah, at this point, Josie kind of started, this is when she like got her next life and everything, and how I kind of changed her character up, because it's kind of when I got the notion that Josie is the same person when she gets off the train, but is shaped by how her environment interacts with her, kind of. So it's like you have the same test sample, and you keep putting it in, but you change these little things that kind of make it butterfly effect into something different. And that's what I did. With this Josie, she was told early on that she died and she came back, and so that fundamentally changed her into being a much more reckless, much less, not very careful person. And she ended up, being fucking evil. She signed a contract with the Nether. That's how all that went down. I think up here somewhere is where Noki got kidnapped by the Void for the BPAC sleepover. Let me see. Yeah, right here. It was right here where it happened. We were all talking atop this, and it was, I think, after I'd killed Jay, which was also completely impromptu. Because... Oh god, I have to talk about that. That's a crazy one. But it was after that, we were, like, talking. She's like, why would you do that? Oh my god! And then she got taken. And that was the last thing that we had talked about, and it, like, sent Josie into a fucking spiral. Because she's like, oh my god, the last thing she knew about me was that I killed her brother. But down here, actually, I'm gonna go into Spectator for this. You can probably still see them. I think. They're somewhere down here. Yeah, I think this is it. I know I started over here. Yeah, I was in the wall over here, hiding, after I'd killed Jay. No, before I killed Jay. I think that we were just on the run. I think we were on the run after something. It was me and Noki, because they had just found Noki, and I think we're taking her in, after we killed Gemini, but she had her getting whisked away by the Void stuff, and I didn't, and there was, like, a little mishap with, like, she was like, do you want to be interprostasis? And I was like, yeah, and she just teleported me back home and said, okay, build an interprostasis chamber. I went, what? And so I had to build this, like, on the spot. So I could have a reason I got teleported away, because there was no canonical reason for that happening. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. And so we were on the run. I was hiding in Haven, and I just hid in this little part of the wall right here behind my storage room. And Jay came down here with Hero, and I think it was Hero. It was Jay and Hero. They came down here, and they put down one of the fucking glow totems. And it revealed me, and I went, fuck. And so I started mining away, and we went through this, like, probably really annoying chase, where I was trying so hard to, like, mine away and get away, but unfortunately, I was not able to. If I had coffee, fuck, I'd be gone, dude. But no, I got, like, this far, I think, and then they ended up catching up to me, and they're like, alright, Josie, you gotta turn yourself in, and I was like, alright, fine. And then I got brought back up to the surface. And once we got up to the surface, I got a ping from Hey. I got a DM. And I was like, if you had set any ores. Well, no, you could have gone around the ores. But also, I don't, like, carry ores on me. I guess if I had, like, copper blocks, then yeah. But you could have gone around them. There was totally a way. But no, I was chased by them, and I get a DM from Hey. That's true. That's true. It would have slowed you down. I got a DM from Hey asking, hey, do you want to kill me? And I went, okay. And so I then killed Hey. Like, right then. Like, he was like, all right, you gotta come with us. You gotta pay for your crimes. I went, nuh-uh, and I just fucking killed him right there. That was semi-planned. It was in the moment, but he had DM'd me saying, hey, do you want to kill me? And I said, yeah. And so I killed him, and then I scared Hero away. And then I got away. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know until it happened. I was fully ready to go into jail, but I was told, hey, you can kill me, by the way. And I was like, okay. And then hey, do me like be like that was awesome. I was like, awesome, cool. And I think that's what started off the whole like in between lore question mark. I think that's what that was. But also got like Noki really mad at me and kind of like ruined Josie's and Noki's relationship for the rest of the server. Because Josie didn't want to die, obviously, she's selfish. But Noki like just needed her dead. Trying back and compare because yeah. Did I throw slowness too? I don't usually use potions. I just fucking I just start wailing. Damn. Am I smart or am I smart? Yeah, no. That was such crazy lore. That was also one of my favorite lore moments. Unfortunately, it kind of like biffed a lot of future lore stuff with me and Noki, but it's fine. It could have led to some really cool stuff as well. It did lead to some really cool stuff. That's crazy. That's crazy. Didn't know I had pots on me. Up here is where Oshi learned she was a cannibal. She found Oscar's grave and Bandit's grave. They are right next to each other. Well, actually, no. I think it was just Oscar's grave at the time. And then Bandit's was put up here whenever Bandit died as well by Cinsperella. Fun fact about Oscar. Oscar is like, if you don't know, I think Oscar is like Oshi's child through a lot of servers. Like I know Oscar was on H&P. I know Oscar was on Fable. Oscar was maybe in Spiritcraft. I think Oscar is like Oshi's like child through and through. So I was like, oh my god, Oscar! Like I knew this reference. Really cool there. Yeah, we had like a camp out one time over here. Over this way is where we here, I'll just teleport to my hideout here. This is where Josie's first hideout was, in here. This was like whenever she was on the run, but Oshi wasn't. After like, I think she went on the run because she killed Jay and was just scared of Noki, just scared shitless. And so she stayed here for a long time. And I think there were a lot of streams where I was just in here, maybe, or at least I spent a lot of time in here while I was on the server. Because canonically, I didn't want to go out because I was just stuck here. You know, there's just a lot of like little things in here. That's where my Stone Touch shovel went. Yeah. But I know right outside of it, I think this way is where, when the initial chase happened for the like hunt for Oshi was. This is where the initial chase was and where we started off. So I guess this is like pre-New Haven. But yeah, this is her tunnels. You can tell because they're too wide because she put Bucky in a boat and transported him. And so we hung out here for a long time. Once we started running again, we just kind of had Bucky get teleported because it was impossible to get him anywhere. But yeah, we blocked off this entrance. We made it look kind of natural. But I think people found it at some point. I remember people like right here. They were right outside here. They were like going by. Like I can still see the remnants of like the void stuff along everywhere. Later on when we go to New Haven, I'll show you guys some I saw earlier. You can still like tell the scars of the void arc on the island because of the world edit brush that was used to cover it up. But no, it was up here. I think it was right down here where I slam dunked Hexel into the ground. And it was up here where we were fighting. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, it was up here. I think I was like, I was over here or something. So the secondary BPAC hideout is over here. We'll get there in a second. We'll start traveling that way next. Actually, I want to go to... What is this? Whose is this? Who died here? Is this another bandit grave? We're like right over there. Either way, I was like somewhere down here. And I crawled up and I saw, I think, Hexel over this cliff. And as I approached, he splashed I saw Mish. As I approached, Mish splashed a invis potion on herself and Hexel. And they both, like, were invisible. Mish ran away. Hexel was still here. And so I started beating up Hexel. And then killed him. And I slam dunked him off this canyon. Hexel's grave memorial for when he was gone for a long time. C. Jackson made it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That guy was gone for a very long time. Yeah, let's see. What else? What else? We're gonna start heading this way, I guess. We're gonna go to New Haven and the BPAC hideout. Because those are two important places that had a lot of significance to my lore. Genuinely, BPAC stuff and Oshi stuff was some of my favorite, like, moments on the server. They were all so cool and so fun. Genuinely. Let's see, we're gonna go up. I don't know if you guys can hear my roommate. I think this sneezed really loud. Let's see, let's see. It's crazy. I know this map so well. I've fucking lived here, dude. Especially these canyons over here. Up here was something at some point. I think that bald sheep has been there as long as I can remember. Which is so unfortunate. It doesn't have any grass to eat, so it's just going to remain bald forever. That poor soul. Yeah, over this way, I think, is the Void Hole, which we can go into, actually. I think I'm going to creative for that, because I just don't have the, Oh, no! Fuck! This is Happy Place! Out here. So, I'm not going to go creative for this. I think it's down here. This is when Josie was still being hunted by Noki after she'd killed Amari. Because, like, after she killed Jay, I think that Noki killed Oshi, and that was that. And then Josie killed Amari, and it just started the whole thing again. Because, like, you killed my brother, I killed your sister, and then there was no way to really atone for killing both their best friends. But it was down here. Draxus showed me this, and it was Josie's temporary happy place. I didn't live here very long. It was just like a day or two, and then I started moving around again. But no, this was where Draxus kind of kept Josie for a bit. To hide from Noki, because Noki wanted to kill her so bad. Yeah. That was so cool. That was so... That was such a stressful time for me on Wild West. Because I've been hunted pretty much this entire server. In my professional opinion, I think Josie remained a villain for too long. And that is partially my fault, because I wanted her to be able to pretty much grow out of being a villain while retaining her life. But I think the way a lot of people saw it, and the way I saw it in the end, is that she really couldn't grow out of it exactly. And she had to pay for her crimes in some way. Which I weaseled my way out of for a long ass time. but eventually I did end it with her, you know, blowing herself up and atoning for her crimes. That was the end of her arc. Because I know, like, Noki's version of it was that she needs to pay for her crimes, which obviously, like, I fucking killed, like, everyone that she loves. So, makes sense. But yeah. If we move along this way, I think we'll start getting closer to the BPAC house. I remember also with, like, some of the first raids, they weren't, like, raids in the town as much as they were the watchtowers, like the pillager outposts. I remember following up atop this canyon here, soul torches that led us to one of the outposts. Down here is Noki's evil void place as well. I think that the void hole is down here somewhere, but I don't really need to go down it. That was a stream a while ago. Yeah, the watchtowers. But yeah, back through here is the BPAC hideout. The, like, second one, I think. It was a more hidden one. This was after the Sand Temple incident. It's all voided up now because everywhere that Noki kind of felt was important got kind of voided up whenever she got taken away as part of her lore. Yeah. This was fun. Yeah. Yeah, this was always really cool. We had like a blackboard back here. Ugh. Yeah. I miss BPAC, guys. I miss them. I held them so dear to my heart. Near and dear to my heart. They were such goobers. But yeah, walking over this way, I think over here, this was part of Noki lore. I think this is kind of like what made her more abyssal towards the end and kind of lose her mind, if I'm not mistaken. I'm honestly not sure. But this was like the long ass fucking staircase. This staircase is so long. It goes so far down. I wish she had just like a drop, but alas, it's fine. Yeah. Noki was such a cool character to me. Yeah, we just keep going down. Just keep going down. Just keep going down. Until you get so far. This was really cool. I remember she showed me the, like, hanging Noki before she, like, dropped this in the world. It just keeps going. I think it's more or less been looted now. These red spikes are cool. Another pointed dripstone. Yeah, this was also cool. Blood. I think she's just a Steve back here, but no, she got her skin. I think it was Steve at some point. Yeah. Dead Noki, and then we used her blood to feed Oshi for a while. I remember that. Yeah, this was so cool. Yeah, with the memories playing. This was such a cool build, and she built it all herself. Which is even cooler. And there's the fucking middle part, I guess. Yeah, it's so neat in here. It's so decorated, too. Like, she did a good job filling up the room. That's something that I sometimes struggle with. Well, actually, a lot of times struggle with. I'm terrible at, like, filling up rooms with stuff, but she's great at decorating. I'm not walking up all this. I'm not walking up all this. No way in hell. There we go. Yeah. Really cool stuff down there. I think she always made some of the best content on this server. TBH. But like, I mean, no one's. I don't know. Fucking no. You know what? The most content was made by Jaxper though. Jaxper, you're not online. Fuck. I was gonna ask, what are your fucking hours on this server? Because I just remembered. Yeah, you have like so many fucking hours on this server. Yeah. Okay. Here he comes. Here he comes. Yeah. All right. Let's see it. Let's see it. How many? How many? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? How many days? How many days have you spent on this server? Because, like, even when he's not streaming it, he's still on the fucking server. It's genuinely crazy to me. I would have been burnt out so long ago. This guy, like, somehow avoided burnout like the plague and still played every single fucking day. 64 days. A whole stack of real-life days playing Minecraft, dude. You're scary. You're scary. It's impressive. And scary. That's like... Hang on. What is 64 times 24, guys? Hang on. Calculator on phone. 64 times 24. You spent 1,536 hours on this server. On this server. That's not counting the streams that you watch while you're playing Dead by Daylight. I have... let's see. This is also a different account that I'm on right now. Where's time? Where's time? Time played 12 days. 12.3 days. Which is still crazy. Honestly, the amount of time I spent on the server is also crazy. Because that's like, what, 300 something hours? But I also have my other account that I started the server with, but during the server is when I changed my name to Josie Wizard on Minecraft. But my old account was connected to my dad's email, and so I just ended up making a new account under my email. Yeah, time says so crazy. Back here is, I think, where Noki was found or something, or like where she was whisked away to whenever she yeah, I think this is where she was whisked away to whenever whenever the whole we got caught for killing Gemini and we killed Jay thing happened. Or I killed Jay thing happened. 58 days. Dude. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are, this is what I'm talking about. Also kept Keko there for a while? Okay. This is what I'm talking about when I say this server would not be what it is without the dedication from you guys. Genuinely, the fact that, like, Jaxper and Hero and, I mean, Oshi, Noki, literally everyone on the cast, the fact that they all, like, stayed on and kept on playing and did not let this server die, like, most servers would have died months ago. But it's because of their dedication that this server is still alive and has, like, you know, gone this long. And it's impressive. It's crazy. It's like nothing I've ever seen. I'm clear on that shit. It's so cool. I will say time and time again, I feel so lucky to have been working with such a talented and passionate group of people. But sitting out here, now this is what I'm talking about with earlier, you can see across this, you can see where the tentacles are left from the Void Arc. With like the world edit brushes. And it's kind of like that across the mesas on this side, which I think is really cool, really neat. And you can really only see it along the cliffs because they're not sand. The rest of it was sand. And the sand world edit brushes didn't have like variation because it's just sand. But because these cliffs are made of like several different types of terracotta, they were refilled with the world edit brushes. I think down here, we were caught down here, and this incident is the reason why the minimaps stopped displaying player heads on them. And it's because I called bullshit on them finding us down here. Which, neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Like what Bublo says. I don't, I just called it how I saw it. There were some deflections. There were some, yeah, you're right. Who knows? I think it's up to the individual person. But, you almost 1 million jumps? Dude. Yeah, this was New Haven. Which was me and Oshi's first hideout after the, first real hideout after the whole, everyone finding out she's a cannibal incident. We had so much stuff in here. We had so much stuff. 1 million jumps. How many jumps do I have? 200. Dude, I'm not doing anything. Fuck. I've just been leaving the server open. This is our farm. Y'all blew up our farm. I don't know what the reason for that was. Just not nice. I know Oshi had like a really good moment over here when she was killed. This was a really cool thing. This was all really cool. Yeah, I think that this whole part of the server was really cool. I loved the like running arc, and then Oshi got put in prison and then escaped like what, an hour later? Like, okay, I'm taking too much damage for this shit. Yeah, we were giving him a home. We were being nice to him. Like, we're not evil, like, maybe I actually knocked him out, but I accidentally knocked him out, and so I was gonna help him out. Fun fact, I think actually Hexel was supposed to be a cannibal, like with Oshi. There were a few ways it was gonna happen. I think at one point Hexel was going to like not want to get eaten by Oshi, and so he would go and find like people to kill for her, and then he would kill them and bring her food. But at some point he would eat it and get a taste for it, and then be a cannibal. And then there was another one. I'm gonna start going back this way. We're actually just gonna teleport to like near our next destination because I don't want to walk all the way again. I think he was supposed to be a cannibal, and then the other way we were gonna do it, that we kind of found out, was whenever I killed him the first time, we kind of realized that was a bounty life. So that means we just knocked him out, and so we made it canon that Josie dragged him to the new base. And so I think after that, he was gonna be like Stockholm syndromed, and to being a cannibal. But none of that ended up happening because we got found out. Alas, it's fine though. It worked out. It was all still really cool. Moving over here, this is Tahiti, otherwise known as the most non-canonical part of Wild West, because I started that stream with Oshi, Josie, and Bucky go to Tahiti, and so yeah, we went to Tahiti. Sen logged on and teleported me to Tahiti. He said it's a one-way ticket. Or like one-person ticket or whatever. He just took me to Tahiti, and I pissed him off, and he sent me back. And then this was the island where Tahiti was, which I think I was also looking at for an island for us to go to while we were on the run. But this is the most non-canonical. What is this? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the most non-canonical part of Wild West. So sometimes if I was out of canon, sometimes I would be out of canon, and I would come here. And I would just, sit around Tahiti. This is where I hung out as Beetle Josie for a while. Yeah. Tahiti's silly. Tahiti's an inside joke. I love Tahiti. And it's all based off the fucking Red Dead Redemption joke of, Arthur, we're going to Tahiti! We're going to Tahiti! Fucking. I am actually playing through Red Dead Redemption right now. I'm gonna learn about Tahiti. Over here is Dead Dog. I don't really know what's up with this place, I'll be honest. I didn't I didn't interact here too much. I just came here as Beetlejuice one time. I just know that there's man and woman here. And bird, I think. And that's all I know about this dead dog. Something happened here, though. Not my lore. But, you know what is my lore? Somewhere close to here. Otherwise known as the one, the only, New Haven. Yeah, I like how every time we got a new home, I just added another new onto it. Because we have New Haven, New Haven, and then New Haven. And that was the places we hit out. Yeah, just over here. Take a little drop in. Go for a little swim. I think the entry's actually over here. I have it marked on my map. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, back down here is New Haven. Oshi added this as like a WWSMP bit, I think. Pretty sure that's what that was. But honestly, this is like the most home. This is also the like base we spent the most time in. But I found this to be the most like homeliest base. It was a really nice one. I love this one. And then we had to evacuate at some point because we learned that Noki knew where we were. But unfortunately, one of the things I'm upset about is that we were in this before the server got updated. And after the server update, the chunks got reloaded and Jay's prison got deleted. So there's no more Jay's prison. I remember I had like way over the mob limit of chickens in here at some point. And then we also had a bee house in here. This is our nice little home. I like this home. Here's our farm. We had a little bit of everything. And we had enough to survive, like, well. We had a bathroom, dude. I think that's the best part. And then it was over here in this bed that I had my fit and fucking turned purple. Also, these curtains used to be able to walk through. You can't anymore. They updated macaws and we never fixed it. Yeah, we had a lot of stuff in here. Oshi was always so set on using potions of harming, but they're just not that viable. They're just not that viable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a WWSMP reference. I don't think there's anything else out here, so we had an escape tunnel. I'm not taking this shit though. I'm just gonna teleport to the end. Let me out. Yeah, that's most of on this side of the map, I think. I think we gotta go, we can go visit, New Haven real quick, while we're on the topic. I look like walking. Where is it? Where is it? It's like one of these. These also used to be dirt, I think. Oh, I marked it. What the fuck? I literally marked it for this. These used to be dirt, but they got changed when everything got world edited to be terracotta after the Void Arc. But this is our final base that we stayed in for not very long at all. This is interesting. I think this is from Jaxper. Because this is like X's Vermin Tattoo, back of neck, day 5, still jittery. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Jaxper's notes. And it's like, this was the people at Haven list and trying to figure out who done it. And I know it was Hero was supposed to be pinned for it at first. But they found out. Because we were all like, we know out of character, it's Oshi, but just like, you know, play it cool for it. Yeah, we didn't stay in this place a long time, so it doesn't look very nice. There's a yellow shulker in here. I think it's mine or Oshi's. I don't know. It's just there though. Yeah. But that was really interesting, all that. That's the, that's a lot of the Haven arc. Hi, Dark. We're just going over stuff. We are going through through my history on Wild West. Pretty sure up here, also, Jaxper, fun fact, Skull Hoodie, kept asking me to ask you, and I kept on forgetting because it's like, we are so close to the end of the server. There was a build that he said he would make for you, I think, and then just never ended up doing it. He kept asking me if you wanted it done still. I just kept forgetting. And I don't know if you remember what it was, but he kept asking me to ask you that, and I finally remembered, so, you know, there you go. Yeah, I remember when you killed Gregory. I wish I got the chance to kill you at some point. It's okay, though. Yeah, up here. Yeah, here, I think this is a CB sucks sign that has been here since, like, the beginning of the server. It's just really funny to me. And then I'm not sure why this area up here is green, but hey, it's green. It's cool, I guess. Down here, I spent a lot of time. Because in the early days of the server, whenever I was XP farming, also some of the void didn't get caught, so you can still see it there. Mitch House X Stings, okay. Interesting. In the early days of the server, I would spend a lot of my time fishing. Both for experience and because I wanted a mending book. And there was... Dude, he was in a boat! He was in a boat! He was this little guy! But I was looking for a mending book. And I didn't know that you could, like, as from went on, people got villagers and stuff, like a few people, myself included. But I would spend a lot of my time here fishing for mending books and stuff, and so I did have a few books on me by the end, but I don't think I ever got that mending book from it. This is like the long tunnel I would take with grilled cheese. Because, like, before I got my origin, I would just use grilled cheese all the time. I believe you, isn't it, Bo? I think I had to stand up at some point. I would actually ride grilled cheese, and it's crazy. Because when you're looking at, like, old screenshots the other day, I noticed, yeah, I rode grilled cheese a lot. And... you know, like, it's crazy, because once I got the origin, I stopped riding grilled cheese. And I just put him to work for the rest of his life. Yeah. Over here is Tumbleweed's kind of... So I broke in the basement, I got a bunch of mending from Villager, but then I started raiding Haven. I was alone on the server, I fought raid on my own before I started... Yeah. I mean, a raid with one Villager shouldn't be that bad, so... Yeah. Yeah, he was hanging out down there. Yeah, over here is Tumbleweed's cactus. Tumbleweed wasn't here for long, but Tumbleweed was here for a bit. I actually was the first person who ever saw Tumbleweed. If you go through my clips on Twitch, I think it's one of the first ones. It was when I was tearing down the wall, or like helping tear down the wall that Bonsai put in front of Copperbend. Tumbleweed appeared for a second and then disappeared, and there was a whole like point where I was just putting on every single bulletin board, like, have you seen God? Green, Enderman-like, holy shit. And, yeah, that's, yeah. Oh my god, Enderhope. Enderhope is such a lovely little place. I love Mickey so much, that little guy. Look at his little portrait of us. Can you tell which one is me? I sure can. It's just so sweet. I love this guy. Mickey it's been such a pleasure getting to know him. Genuinely. He's got little pictures in here and everything. He's so silly. He's so silly. And he built Enderhope, and it's so sweet. And I still don't know how to read this, guys. I've been pretending the whole time. I never learned to translate this. I just go, yeah, I know what he's saying. And I wait for someone else to say it. And I go, yep, I knew that. Yep, exactly. I don't know how to read it. I don't know how to fucking read it. I don't know how to read it, guys. And anytime he would be like doing this like whoop whoop to me, I'd just go, yeah, right, yeah. Guys, I don't know what he's saying. I'm just making shit up. I'm not learning in Darien. I was in the WWSMP fandom for too long. I can't do that shit again. Yeah, if we go over here. So everybody does know Spanish. This is the Sand Temple. Guys, there's so much shit behind the Sand Temple, but I'll keep it short and sweet. This was, like, Skull Hoodie wanted to build a Build from the Past, and we decided the Sand Temple. And as a gag, we, left, Amari's dead body in here. Because this was like Amari's, we had it, canonized that this was Amari and Josie's thing that they would do through cycles, is they would make like a sand vault or whatever. And so Amari's dead body was in here as like a little joke. So find the buried head back here. And that turned out making Jaxper and Spur a lot more upset than we initially thought they would be. But yeah, this was all really cool. Sand Warden's office. Sand Warden's dead. Because the Sand Warden was also a little bit that we had. It's just a panda. But this room is like chock full of sand. And then we redid that. We rebuilt it because it got blown up. And that started like a small war on the server. I will show them Neo, do not worry, we'll get there. I'm just currently going through this stuff. Over here was Josie's side. Yeah, Skull Hoodie asked me like, hey, can you dig some stuff out for me? I went, okay, and I ended up just like building most of it. Yeah, I think these were all water protection, right? Yeah, they're all water protection because I wanted water protection books. I have my awesome journal in here, and it's like some of the Sand God stuff. Paranoia. Yeah, I made them a lot more upset than we thought. I also blocked this off in case people came by trying to do the Sand Temple, because this was like the X sand that we made. But there was like stuff showing through here, and so when I was building all the Sand Temple stuff, I blocked this off. But now we get to my passion project for the past like 2 months of the server that I procrastinated on so fucking much because turns out college takes a lot of time. The Sand Vault. Dude, this shit took so fucking long, and I will show you guys all of the behind the scenes of it. I'm gonna turn this lever off. I'm just gonna flip it once. Guys, this shit took me so fucking long. And I got so much help for it. This entire like little mini event that we had, it was like a week ago now, I think. It would not have been possible without all the help I got. I got help from Bite, I got help from Love, a lot of help from Love, got help from Witch, I got help from fuck. I'm forgetting some. Maya went so fucking crazy. Maya built the final room, and it looks spectacular. Genuinely, I was blown away because at first it looked like garbage. I like compared to this was so cool. But there's a lot of commands. This is more Minecraft commands I've done ever, really. Behind this, which this entire like project taught me how to do Minecraft commands properly. So like back here there are switches that will replace the doors. So like for this one, it replaces this door. As you can see, there's switches for everything, and there's commands for everything, and I learned so much. Hand texturing on the walls. Yeah, Love, I hope you know Maya came by and fucking just like pulled out a world edit brush and just like did it all with world edit. And it was so funny. You should get more wither skulls. I think I put some like good amount of wither skulls in this. Yeah, over here is the trap chest where when it was opened, there's a command block back here that spawns like a wither skeleton on you. And no one came back here. Wow. Wow, you guys didn't want that loot, I guess. Wow, over here too. There was gunpowder in here. There was like a stack of gunpowder in this one. Wow, wow. Can't believe this. Over here, there also used to be pressure plates that I ended up getting rid of. That would summon a... well, I didn't really get rid of them. I think they just got stepped on too quick. Yeah, I know. I should have told you to empty your inventories beforehand, but I guess you live and you learn. But this would like spawn 3 Badlands creepers on you. I had a bunch of little evil traps like that. And it was all made to be able to be blown up. Like I encased it with obsidian so that it could be blown up. Yeah. And then we filled out loot and stuff. Over here's the puzzle room. You solved it by putting these in order. I'm glad y'all put the nugget in first, because y'all said that y'all had like a bunch of different gold blocks and stuff. I was like, please put in the nugget. Please put in the nugget. Because if you didn't, I was going to put on like the screen in big text just saying nugget, because y'all weren't getting it. But this is the command block that reads if this is happening. And whenever I was making this, I was testing in adventure mode, and I realized whenever you put them in there, you can't take them out because you're in adventure mode. And so I made this little switch here so you could fix everything. You did not have too many options. You had nugget. There was a little puzzle over here that you got a nugget from. Was that always open? Oh my fucking god, did I leave that open in the final part? Did I leave that open in the final run? Are you fucking kidding? Fuck. Darn. Yeah, this was originally supposed to be a different puzzle, I think, but I witch made it and I didn't understand how to do it. So I recreated it. And I just didn't get it, and I made a little hole over here, and yeah, sliding block. Yeah, because this one I have to manually replace every time, so that's why that was open. Otherwise it wouldn't work. Never made the stimming room? That's true, you guys were gonna make a stimming room. I do remember that. Up here's cacti for the other puzzle. Yeah, this took forever to make. Santa Claus was so fucking funny, guys. Holy shit. So, Sin was initially not going to be a part of this event, but me and Love were doing, like, final stuff on it and, like, filling all the barrels. And Sin joins the VC, goes, ho, ho, ho. Like, no, he fucking joins the VC, and all I hear for a second is, yes, nuts roasting on an open fire. He goes, ho, 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 merry Senmas. Here, have a Discord Nitro, ho, ho, ho. And he puts a Discord Nitro link in console, and I'm like, Sin, we both have Nitro, and we're the only people online. And he's like, oh, shit. And so I just sent the Discord Nitro link to one of my friends in group chats. Yeah, that's J-Schlatt. That's J-Schlatt. And so I sent the Discord Nitro link to one of my group chats I'm in, and one of them got Discord Nitro for a month. But yeah, it was so funny. We were like, you should be here for this. You're Dirt God. And he's like, okay. And so he participated in this event, and we had a bunch of little bits. We had Santa Claus lined up over here. We had the Dirt God bit at the end and at the beginning. It was really fun. Yeah, this is the labyrinth. This room, I wanted to be like a fighting room, but there was no easy way for me to make it so that just like waves of mobs spawned. And so me, Sen, and Love ended up just like spawning like a shitload of mobs for all to fight through. And also, I had no idea initially. I forgot that, like, Oxy's fucking, origin, the soul fire, like, dampened them. And so I just put a bunch of fire down. And also, initially, I, forgot that, you can't put out fire in adventure mode. And so I had to, like, make the fire less because there was a lot of it before. I think the blazes just added more though. Man, this parkour area. Byte made all this. This is all Byte. Byte also made this room, the fighting room. I think that one's more simple. This one's impressive. I like this one. Over here is the fabled Neo. Oh, we took down the pictures? That's so unfortunate. Oh. Oh, man. We took down the pictures. Whatever, it's fine. God Couch. We were watching y'all fucking screw up. Send them to the Neo. Yeah, the low fire texture pack is genuinely so great. I recommend it for every server that you're ever on. And then here is the final room. This was so cool. This was so cool, and we just stuffed it chock full of like all sorts of shit. And also, fun fact: the floor in here kills you. Even if you're on like creative or whatever, it will still kill you because of this command block back here. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, here's the thing. Whenever that parkour section was being made, I was like, fuck. This is all, like... Gemini's just gonna, like, leap through this. And so, Byte DM'd me on stream going, you should take away Jim's origin. I was like, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sin was on, like, half a heart. He set his max health to be half a heart. And then, Byte just one-shot him. It was really funny. And we spent so long making that fucking sword with, like, feather falling and, like, backstabbing on it, like, projectile protection. It was so fucking funny. Yeah, it was really, really fun. But I think over here is Crypt's ship? What the fuck? The fuck are you doing? I'm doing my soliloquy. I'm doing my monologue. What are you doing here? Who the fuck are you?
It said free to join.
Who the fuck are?
So I joined.
Who the fuck are you?
I just real quick.
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Jesus! Oh no, I have to redo my inventory. Okay.
Sorry, I've wanted to do that for a really long time. No, continue.
I am going to spend the next 5 minutes focusing very hard on trying to get this out once before Smiles.
No, I believe in you. You got that.
She is standing
what
right
the
on the
fuck?
corner.
Who the fuck is that? 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 No, come here. No, where are you going? No, where are you going? No, who the fuck is that? Oh, I'm crazy with it. Guys, I'm crazy at Minecraft. Guys, I'm crazy at Minecraft. I love killing my friends.
Yeah, that tracks.
No, I'm bringing him back. I'm bringing him back here. I'm bringing him back here. I'm bringing him back here. Oh. No, where are you going? No, where are you going? No, where are you going? Where are you going? No. I just grabbed him by his scruff. Anywho, you were saying?
One moment, I'm still trying to organize my fucking inventory, you motherfucker!
No, I believe in you. How much stuff do you have in your inventory?
It's less how much stuff I have and more I like having it in a very particular way.
Well, if you have
and
less,
so
then it shouldn't...
Like, I only have like, 5, technically 6, 7 slots free.
The Nether.
What the fuck?
Oh. I have it now.
Did you hear something? I know who you were saying.
No, I didn't.
What?
You're imagining it.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you...
I don't know!
What were you gonna say? Who the fuck? Oh my god, I love that guy.
It was poppin'.
Hey, what's up?
It was poppin'.
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Let's see who this hits.
Oh man,
Ow!
it hit you!
I am going to be upset if I die again and have to redo my inventory.
If you died of one bow shot, then I'm sorry, that's kind of on you.
I have a Elytra on and I take extra projectile and fire damage.
Maybe you should not consider?
Just Shakespeare.
I am on
Just
my knees
Jacksburg.
begging someone to keep inventory on, please.
You know what? Yeah, why not? It's the last, fucking week of the server or something. At least I can just do this now.
You can fucking try. How did that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy.
You
I
fucking
don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. What the fuck is that? 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 Oh my god! It's the devil from the Bible. From the Bible. Holy shit!
Oh, there goes the totem.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared.
From the
When are you not scared?
What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Why not the train station? What the hell?
Yeah, I got that put there too. I don't know.
I think
Oh,
you
is
guys
it 'cause
didn't
the bed
reset your
here
spawn
got
point
broke?
after. Yeah, you guys didn't reset your spawn point after this bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Oh my
why are you
God.
so fast? Why are you so fast? Why are you so fast?
I can.
Origins?
No.
No, it's just because I can.
You suck.
Haha. Better than you is what I am. Thank you very much.
That's what. Sorry.
Wow! Whoa!
Anyway,
Whoa
since I'm up
buddy.
here, I think it's time for my next part of the tour.
Hero did that.
Then it's time for my next part of the tour. Oh, they fixed another end portal. Fuck, dude. Wow, I'm bad at my names. This place. If you'll notice at the top of the screen, it says pig. That is forever. It is forever pig.
Rapper pig.
Unless if someone kills pig, in which case it will no longer be forever.
Sure would
Pig.
be a shame.
Non-forever.
I thought
You'll receive backlash on Twitter for that.
Did you make the
Jokes
pig
to you, I don't
immortal
have
or no?
Twitter.
Well, Twitter will have you. What do you say?
Did you make the
pig
pig
can be
immortal
damaged.
or
No, it can die. Otherwise,
Oh,
what would be
okay.
the point of a boss bar?
to
yeah.
make everybody question it?
No.
Love
It-
hit
it's
the
just
pig too.
I also
I
hit the
didn't
pig.
hit the pig. You hit the pig.
And then you
But
hit
yeah,
it after
putting the-
me.
I'm putting the pig
And
back.
here's the
Oh,
the
Jasper
command
hit
room.
the pig.
Guys, these are my dragon boss bar commands. My boss bar is really cool. But this was honestly a really cool fight. I like this one.
Yeah, it was.
It was really fun.
This was a lot of
The
fun.
dragon
All the-
looked dope.
The dragon was very
All the
cool.
chaos
Chasing
in
a
it
bigger
and
fucking
such.
dragon.
It was also one of the I think it's the most people that have been on since the
Void?
since like either Void or like a festival.
Question? Mm.
I think both, honestly, because both of those get a lot of people, and then this just we had two. We went to two columns for once.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was actually crazy. But the pig is just there to show that I can make boss bars in Minecraft. Because I wanted to make, the thing is they spawn in the dragon for me to like playtest, and then I realized it didn't have a boss bar, and I was like, hey, why does this dragon have a boss bar? And they're like, I don't know, we don't know how to make a boss bar. So I learned how to make a boss bar, and I gave it a boss bar. And it took me like 2 hours, but
I was trying to hit hero. I swear I was trying to hit hero.
So I'll teleport you back.
Warning for teleport, please.
Oh, sorry, I can do that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really cool. I like the boss bar. The boss bar is my favorite part of that fight. Yeah, but going through here, I should. Oh, no, I'm not at the train station. I set my spawn back. Well, I'm trying to go to the train station. Because that's the next place on my tour. Do you guys want to be teleported to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think next on my
That was
tour,
interesting.
we're gonna go to like Bubble Island. We're gonna go around this side of the island.
Love hit me.
Oh no. Sorry, that's the wrong button.
There's something a little bit funny about that sequence of events.
I'm teleporting you. I'm teleporting you.
Okay.
I'm teleporting you.
Oh.
I've lost everyone.
I'm teleporting you. I'm teleporting you. I'm teleporting you.
I was trying to go to the air and you're in the way.
Yeah.
I think for the last week of the server, I should be given access to command smiles.
Oh fuck no. That'd be an awful idea.
Aww.
I think actually I skipped over here. Over here is Pandora's area, which I never interacted with much, but I think I
Oh
have
my
a mention
God.
in this book.
I have
Um,
not been to Bublos Island since before the void fight, so I'm just filling in, and it's just the void slowly receding.
Yeah, I did that before stream.
I still have areas that are all inky.
I do too. I still have areas that have like Frostwalker.
Oh yeah,
Where we were
same.
just like messing around with Frostwalker.
Ew.
Anyone remember when we played slapstick with the fish
Mhm.
on the ice platform?
I have screenshots of that.
Oh,
Wait, y'all want to
so
see
funny.
something fun that I can do?
I really I love them to death. I'm trying to talk about my Minecraft lore. I never knew about this until way later. That Oshi had put something in here. Yurt. Sure. BRB. Okay. Minecraft lore, am I right? So yeah, in here, this is all of like Pandora's book. And I didn't know that Oshi had put a like entry in here until way later after all the stuff had happened. And then I like how right after it's Rich talking about that. Yeah, and then evil bucks doing evil things. What the fuck are they screen sharing? What the fuck are they screen sharing? Oh, they're going through their inner chests. Sure, I would love to read the actual response because I'm very curious about what it is. You want to send it to me so bad, and I'll put it on stream. Hashtag. Yeah, all this is really cool. I never read through all of it. Yeah, I'll show that. Thought Jim was saying. Yeah. Just a god apple. Goodness. So many offerings. Yeah, let's sit here for a second, or I'll start walking again while you send me that. Yeah, honestly, the island looks so different with all the cacti on it. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. The island looks so different with all of the cacti gone from it and then like on it. Oh, I'm gonna pull up the book then. I'm gonna say the book. Let's see here. I'll read it out how it's supposed to be read while I have the book up as reference. No need to be so formal, dearest. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mighty Wave. I'm terribly sorry for your troubles, and equally sorry that your sister had gotten mixed up in the dealings of the Nether. Those need to be done carefully. There is little I am able to do myself from where I am, but I can offer you my reassurance. Scoot forward. Should she have the might and patience, she will be able to return to you once more. Give her your courage. Give her your hope. Now, here. Okay. Now, Mighty Wave, I must ask a favor of you. Something I so rarely do. Please be wary of this Bucks character and all those related to him. I have seen him speak as if he knows my will and twist my words to meet his narrative. Do not trust him. I only hope that you see this before he does. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then he saw it. Man. Yeah. That's so cool. I really like the Nether arc. That was a good one. Over this way, I think is Raymond's house. Raymond is been such an interesting character to me. Me and Ray had a good like interaction right before I died. Like I think it was actually on the.
Josie's driving. Josie,
What?
we're gonna need you.
Okay. So unfortunate news. I will be back later tonight to finish this. At the current moment, though, I have to go because my roommate's having an allergic reaction, and that's kind of important, you know? So, I'll be back later tonight to finish this stream. I deeply apologize. I deeply, deeply apologize. However, I need to make sure my roommate's okay and not dying, then do my Minecraft lore. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back later tonight. Expect me maybe around midnight-ish. I'm not sure. Is someone live? Can I raid someone? Yeah. Is someone live? Someone give me a name. Give me a name. Let's see. I'm trying to end quick. I'm trying to end quick. Bite's live. You're going to talk to Bite. I'll be back in a bit. Thank you guys for watching right now. I hope you all enjoy your afternoon, whatever time zone you may be in. Yada yada yada. Miss you. Be back soon. Oh no.